Hi, I'm Vicki. I'm the mayor's daughter. If you would like to see how we created this look using items that came from our March Ipsy box, to include the Artist Couture lots of fingerprints already, Supreme Nudes palette, and Makeup by Mario foundation, and all the stuff that I dropped. Stay tuned. We're getting into it. Lord have mercy, it is snowing in Kentucky. As we speak, as I'm filming this, it is snowing. We had the air on about a week or so ago because it was so hot in my house. Anyway, welcome to the video. I'm going to leave my glasses on for just a minute. I have primed my eyes with the Natasha Denona eyeshadow primer, trying to use it up. We're going to talk about a couple of things because we have some empties. So we're going to get that out of the way. But we're going to work out of the Supreme Nudes palette that came in my March Ipsy box. And when I did my unboxing, which should be up on my channel, I will try to remember to link it below. It reminds me a lot of the Makeup by Mario, the Ethereal Eyes Nature palette. So we're going to kind of compare, see what we can come up with. This may be a longer video. Get a snack, get a drink, let's have some fun. Empty Estee Lauder Daywear. Empty, I think, maybe. Nope, there's still one more use of the Under Eye Advanced Night Repair gel that I use under my eyes at night. I had that, I thought it was empty. So, false empty. I know some of the things that I use are controversial. I bought them before the controversy and I'm just using them. I used them off camera. But this is an almost empty Peter Thomas Roth. It will be empty probably today by the time I get finished with all that is on today's agenda. So let's get into this look. First, before we do anything else, let me open this palette back up. I have so much editing to do because people live in my house. A lot of times, stuff like this is what I will pull to the side for giveaways and stuff like that. By the way, there will be a giveaway once we hit 1,000 subscribers on my channel. I'm going to tell you straight up, although I use and review products and do looks and talk to you, I have no intention of selling you anything. I have no intention of bragging about anything that I have been blessed with. It's not the reason why I have this channel. I want you to have a little place to just come and chill and maybe pick up a tip, learn from each other, just someplace to just relax. Anyway, here's side by side. These palettes. Put them a little closer because it's kind of, it looks like, I don't know that I would necessarily call it a dupe, but it's really close. I'll put them this way. And I don't know, I don't remember how much this one retails for because I forgot to look it up, and they don't give me the little cheat card that I need to know these things. But if you, I think Artist Couture is a lower priced brand. So if you needed something, if you wanted a palette like the Makeup by Mario palette, but you're on a budget, this would probably be the way to go. I went a little crazy with Ipsy this month. It is what it is. I may do it next month too. I'm going to grab some brushes. We're going to do a look. Okay, we're going to start with an all-over shadow brush by Laura Geller. That's literally what it says on it, is all over shadow. And it's got a little stuff happening with the primer because I got distracted. Story of my life, right? We're going to go into this top shade, and I looked at it and had it, and now it's gone out of my brain. Exposed. Apparently the names of the shade in this palette are going along very much with the whole nude thing, so buckle up. We're going to take that all over the lid. And just we're just patting it down on the eye primer. Okay, we're going to take a BK Beauty. I forgot. I didn't sleep much last night, so this stuff is worse this morning. 201 and go into Transcend. Whew. And we were going to use that as a transition shade, but it's a little, probably should have swatched it. Probably should have. But we're going to just kind of go right there. We're going to take the same brush we started with, the Laura Geller brush. We've ran it over the Sigma switch, and we're going to go into Transcend, which is right here. And I'm just going to tell you, versus what I see in the pan and what it is, yeah, I'm not complaining about pigment. Not at all. We're going to take this pencil brush that came in I don't know, a subscription box. I can't see anything about it. We're going to go into, yet again, I forgot the color, Mink. Today I just need a coffee ivy. And this is more of a shader brush. I'm kind of just not in the groove, and we should have put this on the outer versus the inner, but here we are. I'm going to take a BK Beauty brush. I forgot what it is. Bear with me. I'm going to go into, I think it's Stripped. I need a nap. And we're just going to kind of blend because we have muddied this look up. And some thoughts on this palette. There is a considerable amount of fallout that I will clean up here in a bit. And there's a considerable amount of kickback in the pan. And that kind of is, you can see as I'm patting it, you can see it. You can see the powder. I can't, this is a Sephora brush. I can't see it. we're going to go back into the color that we started with and just pull that along underneath my brow. And if you sense that I am frustrated, I am. I am tired and frustrated and all the things at the same time. I'm counting my blessings. A lot of people woke up to a lot more problems than I did this morning. I'm going to come in close. You can see the fallout. You can see it a lot under this eye. A lot of fallout. We're going to go into Supreme. It looks like that. And then the other shimmer is has more of a gold, and it is lavish. Anyway, back to what we're doing here. Me without sleep can be one of two things. It can be hysterically funny, or I can just be rambly. And today, apparently, I'm rambly. We're going to put that there, and the other one in the inner corner. Ta-da! Okay, so after cleaning up that fallout, I went ahead and used the little bit that was in here in the Advanced Night Repair underneath my eyes, because I needed something to go back where I just wiped it all off. That made it an empty. Yay. Okay, so we're going to try to do this again. In the last video, I got interrupted. This was sent to me by Prometics, I think is the name of the company. I apologize to them for butchering the name. Like I said, lack of sleep coming off of. We have had this virus thing for, I guess, 2 weeks, maybe 3 now, and everything is behind, which is kind of the story of my life. Anyway, this is in the shade Mulberry. I did it the other day without a primer. I have a mixed review of this because it's a nice enough product, nice enough to where I ordered another one in navy blue. This brand is supposed to be geared more towards mature women, which I happen to be one. But at the same time, their shade range on their face products, for a business that's been around for 5 years at least, is way lacking. And I have to mention that because it should not be. Their foundation is like the pH kind. I may or may not try it. The reason why I did not order it initially is because the shade range just kind of was off-putting. If you're going to cater to a mature audience, women of color mature too. That being said, let's focus back on this. Without primer, which I did not see a primer on their website that they provide. Without primer, to me, this gets like a gummy feel, and it is harder to get off than the normal mascara routine that I do. However, that's a con. Pro. This is the wand. It is a harder plastic than most wands that I've seen. It's decently flexible. holds a good amount of product, and the ideal is to more blink through it than swipe it through your eyes. I struggle with blinking through, so that's a personal. But you can see it coats the lashes nicely. They have other colors available. And part of me is like, I'm not so sure, like they have an emerald green. And part of me is like, I'm not so sure that us mature ladies need to be wearing green mascara. And then the 80s me is saying, oh wait, we did back then, so why not now? So there's pros and cons. And I apologize, the trying to blink through is just not something that I'm good at. It kind of I am very appreciative that the brand reached out to me. Let me make that clear. I'm very, very appreciative. This is kind of the first free item that I've gotten. But, which kind of cancels what I just said, but I don't mean that to. I have to be honest with you. That's just how I have to tell you what I really think about it, how I feel about it. How I feel about the brand. Honestly, other than the lack of shade range, I don't see anything else that I would consider problematic. This is not my favorite formula of mascara. Does that mean that it's not a good mascara? Absolutely not. It's not up there with my Estee Lauder, with my Dior, with those brands. But it is, I mean, I'll come closer. You can look at the eye that has mascara versus the eye that doesn't. My dog is hiding her food. We live in insanity here. You can also see the mulberry color is, I don't want to say less harsh because it's not exactly it. It's not as, it kind of, softens the eye. I went ahead and put it on the other eye, and I simply just put it on like I normally put on my mascara, because for me it lifts up my lashes a little bit more than just blinking through them. So you can kind of see a difference between how this eye is and how this eye is. Either way, at the end of the day, while this is not waterproof, and I'm a huge waterproof mascara person, I'm emotional, I get happy, I get sad, my eyes water, I make tears, so I have waterproof stuff. I groomed both of the dogs yesterday. That is roughly, give or take, an hour of brushing per dog, if not longer. Plus the dander and all of that stuff that comes up while I'm doing it. Even with using the Fermi vacuum, there's still a certain amount of dander that gets, that causes me to sneeze and stuff. It held up. It didn't smear. It didn't flake. It didn't do any of the things. So that's another pro. I'm going to, for the duration of this tube and the other tube, I'm going to keep trying it because I'm really, I'm not finding it to be inferior. I think there is a learning curve, and I think that I need to keep using it to fully appreciate it. So that's what's going to happen. Again, I appreciate Prometics for sending this to me. It came at a time that, you know, it's been a tough few weeks for me. So getting this as technically a PR thing was kind of nice. Not kind of, it was really nice, and the timing was good. I just wish that we all hadn't come down with just a virus that we are 2 weeks later we are still dealing with. Just a virus pretty much stopped everybody in my family in their tracks for days. Alrighty. I primed my face with the e.l.f. It's the purple tone, I don't know, tone delusional, whatever, primer. Gonna tell you, e.l.f. kind of keeps making boo-boos in marketing. I have my eye on them. For now, I'm watching them. We'll just leave that there. We're going to go in with, I'm not sure how this is going. There we go. I'm glad we didn't keep unscrewing, because that would have been bad. We're going to go in with the Makeup by Mario foundation. I can't tell you the shade because can't see it. So we're just going to use it and hope for the best. I think it's going to be an okay match. It might pull a little yellow. Being olive toned, it's kind of it kind of goes with the territory. So if it does, it does. We'll fix it. And guess what? That looks really good. Build up just a couple of areas. I'm kind of impressed. Okay, so we went under my eyes with the Make Beauty concealer. And I know that they market more towards a clean beauty brand, which I have several issues with. But I'm going to tell you, for under eyes like mine, it is one of the nicest ones. So we're taking these two e.l.f. blushes that I really didn't think I would like, but I really do. I just took the brush and just kind of blended that together, and we're blending it out, kind of up where I would normally pull a contour. Okay, I normally do not use a lot of powder. Today, I pulled out something that I've been sitting on for a while, and it's the Laura Geller Balance and Brighten in Golden Medium, and I used it on my face, and I'm kind of going to take a look at these because kind of digging it. Gonna add some lipstick, then we're going to say goodbye because This look has taken way more time than it should have. And just for kicks and giggles, and because I can, I'm going to MAC lipstick called Denim Blue. Denim Blue is what you need in your collection because it will help mix other shades and make them better, along with it just being a pretty blue. So yeah, this is the final look. Hope y'all like it. Remember to share, subscribe, all the things that help my channel grow. My tummy is telling you the same thing. I don't know if you can hear it growling. It's saying, hey, we're hungry. I'm the mayor's daughter. Have a good day. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.